How you doing, Manginas? Thank you, Talda here, bringing you guys Search and Rescue on Warhawk. And in this gameplay, I'm going to be helping you guys become a better Search and Rescue player. As it's a new game mode, a lot of people probably don't know the best strategy and what kind of setup to use. And first, I want to say that Search and Rescue is probably my favorite game mode, maybe of all time, when it comes to Call of Duty. It's pretty close with Search and Destroy. Right now, I do like it better, but I think it might be because it's new. So we'll see as the weeks progress whether I continue to love this game mode, and I feel like I'm going to. And part of the reason I do like it a little bit more is because it adds a little bit of an extra strategy element on whether to go and rush for the tag, whether you should camp for a tag, and everything like that. And you can play a little bit faster pace, and you get more kills. Depending on how many times somebody gets revived and whether you get revived yourself. And it seems like a lot of people don't play as passive when it comes to Search and Rescue because they know there is a possibility of getting revived. And the other thing, I say that, and you'll see some of these in this game, some of their players get really campy, not all of them, but a lot of them do. And right here I'm using the MSBS, and if you don't use this gun, you definitely should. It's probably the strongest gun in the game so far that I've found. It's a burst fire, and I would say use it now until they patch it, because they're going to patch this gun, I swear. And whether the next or the second patch update, they'll definitely get rid of it. But the other thing that I recommend is definitely using some AR classes regardless. There's a few submachine guns that work pretty well, but when it comes to Search and Rescue, you get into a lot of distance, like gunfights. You know what I mean? You usually don't get a lot of close fights unless right here you'll see me come up here and I'll probably get in a few. But regardless, a lot of the ARs still wreck face no matter the distance you are. Some of the perks that are musts use for Search and Rescue, and I say must use, and the reason I say must use is because a lot of people use these perks. And I forgot, actually, this game mode, you'll see me kind of struggle the first few rounds, but then I really pick up the game later on. Some of the must use perks is Amplify. It's an obvious one, a lot of people run this, and it's because the reason you have to run Amplify is because everybody else is going to. If you have a headset, you already probably know that Amplify is super strong, and you can literally hear anybody on any surface, especially if it's in the snow or on some wood. You know exactly where they're going to be at. So it's definitely a good one, because if you don't use it, other people are going to use it, and they're going to get the advantage on you a lot of cases. When I did a little bit of games without using it, and I noticed people are laying down, setting up, and already aiming down a door that I walk in, and I watch the kill cam, and they all of a sudden turn around as soon as I can hear my footsteps. The other thing, it's a personal preference, is Dead Silence. I wouldn't say it's a must-use, but I would strongly recommend using it if you use a headset, because it keeps your footsteps a little quieter when somebody's running Amplify, but it also allows you not to hear your own footsteps, which is definitely a big deal. Some other perks, and let me tell you guys, there's 35 perks, so obviously there's not just one setup that's going to work for everybody. Definitely try different setups that work for you. I like Marathon a lot. These maps are quite large for most part, so you're definitely going to want to run one place or the other, and I'm a big guy of setting up at one place before the enemy team can get there. So Marathon definitely helps me get there faster, because if you don't know, it's unlimited sprint again on Marathon, and it's definitely it's a great perk for me. Also, what goes well with Marathon is definitely Ready Up. And if you're not sure what Ready Up is, it's a lot like, I can't remember that perk from Modern Warfare 3 or Black Ops 2. But anyways, it helps you aim faster after sprinting. I believe it was a pro perk in Modern Warfare 3. But anyways, because you're going to be running quite a bit with the Marathon perk, so it definitely helps to be able to Ready Up. It's only one perk slot, so definitely not very expensive, and it's one of the best with the one perk slots. Another one that I love to run is Ping. Ping is one of the elite perks. It's a new perk, and what happens is when you kill somebody, it throws out a little radar around that guy that you kill. So if you kill somebody, you can see if they have a second guy camping in a building, if there's another guy that's about to follow him up and be able to knock you off. So it kind of shows a surrounding area and allows you to pick up a double kill or even a triple kill, depending on how many people were together on this guy. So Ping's only worth 2 points, and I think it's pretty easy and definitely very useful, and Search and Destroy especially. Focus is a pretty obvious one in my opinion. There's a lot of gunfights where you'll see somebody, their head just bobs way up as soon as they get hit, and it's really hard for them to aim. But that's a pretty obvious one. Now, when it comes to kill streaks, I originally started using the assault streak, but now I changed my mind and I've been using this specialist, as you see in this one. The reason I like to use specialist is because here's how I say. Whenever you use a LSAT, for instance, a SATCOM, you're only going to be able to see a certain amount of people. For instance, you might not, nobody might run over your SATCOM, so it's kind of useless.
Kill confirmed.
When it comes to using perks, and especially specialists, you will be using it in every single gunfight. For instance, if you use Quick Draw, you are literally using Quick Draw in every gunfight. If you use Focus, you're using it for every gunfight. And that's why I really love to use a lot of perks and don't use tacticals or any kind of lethal grenades. Because if you happen to throw a tactical, you don't hit anybody, you just wasted a perk slot. And essentially, you're down to only having 9 points on your system compared to somebody else that might have 10. So that's the reason I don't use any secondaries, lethals, or tacticals at this point, because it kind of wastes and only works for certain occasions. I like to use a lot of perks that work for every occasion. And what I'm trying to get there is you guys should start using Gambler for the first perk and the specialist. And the reason I say that is because it's only 2 kills and you get the Gambler perk. When you get this Gambler perk, it could be something really not useful. In fact, a lot of times I get Strong Arm, which is unfortunate. Or it could be really awesome to get something like Wiretap in the first roll that would usually take around 5 kills to get initially. And I saw that guy right there. I still rushed, and I was an idiot. I was kind of mad at myself there. I'm like, I knew there was a guy there, just wasn't really paying enough attention. Anyways, though, the Gambler perk's pretty awesome because it's really cheap. You get it after 2 kills, and you might get something very valuable, and it switches off each round. So a lot of times I feel like I get a lot of resistance, or I get the agility, which is definitely very helpful. Some other stuff you want to do that I find really good for search and rescue, for strategy-wise, is definitely make your way to around the maps. These maps are set up a lot differently than Black Ops 2, and I think it's a little bit troublesome for some people to get used to. That was a pretty slick side. I don't remember seeing that, but that was a pretty awesome play. Anyways, yeah, you definitely want to try to flank the opponents. You definitely want to go around the map, so you don't want to run through the middle. When it came to Black Ops 2, on every map there was 3 lanes that you could go down to, and it basically came down to who had the best head glitch, and that's the person that's going to get the kill. When it comes to search and rescue on Modern Warfare, fuck, I just said it. I was just saying Modern Warfare 4. I meant to say, fucking Call of Duty Ghosts. By the way, I love this game, so that's not me trying to make fun of it by accident. But anyways, when it comes down to search and rescue in this game mode, there's a lot of times where you're able to flank the enemy because the maps are so large, and it definitely helps to be very tactical. And that's especially why I like to use Dead Silence, is because I want to be essentially an assassin. I want to be a silent guy with Marathon that can rush all the way around the map. And for this map, it's kind of a little different because both the bombs are on each edge of the map, so it's very hard to rush around the opponent. This map is actually set up a lot like Black Ops 2, except a little bigger, as in it has 3 lanes essentially. So this is a bad example to be rushing around the map. But as you see, a lot of people like to get in buildings, and a lot of the buildings are located in the middle of the map or in the person's spawn. So I'm still able to flank the enemy, and that's definitely one of the biggest things when it comes to search and rescue. And if you don't like some of those attachments, first of all, I didn't even get to attachments. If you don't like some of the perks I laid out, let me know what perks you like to run that helps you do search and rescue. But I'm telling you guys right now, when I use the setup that I just told you guys, I love search and rescue. I dominate, and I like to use, if you see here, panic knife. I laughed my ass off when I got that guy. That's one of the first times I've ever panic knifed, because that guy literally made me jump onto my seat, and it was straight up panic knife. It wasn't even set up me thinking, oh, hit this button and knife him because I'm so close. No, I just straight up panicked and hit the button and it worked. So the knifing is back in this game, which some people don't like. I don't think the knifing is way too strong in this game. But anyways, yeah, if you guys don't like my setup, just let me know. Let me know what you guys like to run and what helpful for you. Obviously, my playstyle is a lot different than most people. I'm almost constantly on the move in this game, so that's why I like to use the perks that I do, is because I'm constantly running around. And you see here, I play this almost perfectly. I pretty much check every single place on the map. I don't just go straight for the bomb. Right here you can hear me pick up this guy and amplify to show you how strong it is. And I believe I plant this bomb right over here. I make sure to grab their tag, which is another thing let me mention before. I mean, after I get done with this thought. I basically run around, check both spawns, be able to get them, and unfortunately their guy was camping really hard. I don't even think he tries to defuse this. So I probably could have died there. If they would have actually played correctly, but they suck. So, oh, that guy's played a little bit better. And the last guy is the one that doesn't even show up. I have no idea where he is. Yeah, I think he was camping in a room probably, and just waiting for me to maybe walk into a random room and die. I just don't know if he knows how to play search and rescue. But anyways, yeah, the other thing I want to talk about is tags. When it comes to whether you should pick up a tag or not. When I am at a disadvantage and I see a tag that's on my team, for instance, if it's a 1v2 and I see a tag of my teammates that I could probably make my way towards, I almost always go for that tag because a 2v2 situation is a lot better than a 1v2. And the other thing that really helps in this game is it seems like the spawns are very random. So whenever I see somebody get revived, I panic because I have no idea where they're coming from, whether they're next to their opponent, their teammate, I mean, or if they're like behind me somewhere, depending on where I'm located. So it definitely is very essential to pick up your teammates' tags. By the way, they'll be very appreciative. That's the other thing too. I usually try to revive a lot of people because I hope they'll return the favor, and a lot of times it's me returning the favor for somebody else. When it comes to picking up the enemy's tags, I don't quite rush as much, and it kind of depends whether I'm offense or defense. For instance, right here, if somebody happened to go die over on the A bomb, and I'm over here at the B bomb, I'm not going to make my whole way over there and be able to get that tag. I'm going to be out of position, and more likely than not, I'm going to get caught out. And look at that fucking camper. So you see here, I play it slightly aggressively, and as you notice, this game comes down to who is aiming first a lot of instances. So you'll see me a lot aiming down my sights, and that's actually another perk I forgot to mention. Stalker is definitely a very good one in this game because you see me aiming down a lot, and I can usually try to strafe them a lot better than they can. So I know hopefully this was a decent how-to video. Hopefully it kind of helped you. I know it's kind of all over the place as I haven't done one of these how-to videos in a while, and obviously I'm still learning this game every day. It's only been out, what, for 3-4 days now? So I'm still learning. I'm almost to my first Prestige, which is pretty epic considering this game hasn't been out for very long. But anyways, let me know if there's other type of videos you guys would like me to see. Would you guys like me to explain the Prestige process? Would you guys let me give you tips and tricks and different types of videos? And you see right here, here's a perfect instance. I'm just leaving that. I'm going to leave that orange tag right now because if somebody goes and picks up that tag on the enemy team, I'm going to know exactly where that guy is, and I'm going to know that they're nowhere near here. I have plenty of time. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the guy never appears again because he's a little camper that doesn't know how this game's played. So hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you do, and yeah, let me know in the comments what kind of setups you like to run in Search and Rescue, and also what type of videos would you like me to show, whether it's a how-to video, whether it's drinking videos, whether it's parodies, music video parodies as well. Anything like that, let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I went 15, 2, and 3. Stay hairy, manginas.